Y'all, did y'all hear about it? The HIV STDs is on the rise. Houston, ATL. Yes, they said there's 20,000 new cases in ATL and in Houston as well. And it just saddened me to notice is really like what's going on in the world. But in today's world, it's different. You never know who's gay. You never know. The straight people, we is even more affected by this than anybody, to be honest, because HIV is on the rise amongst humans, not even just the DL people. Like DL people, like they live a double life and stuff. That's how it really got started. But ATL, we already knew that the HIV, epidemic was in ATL. But there's 20,000 new cases. And it just saddened me to see that Houston is on the list, because Houston doesn't have a lot of DL men that we know of. We're not named for DL men in Houston. Yes, of course, DL men is everywhere. Of course. Nobody's safe. The single women, and I just hate to say it, the married women more so is more affected than any of them, because they're blindsided. Like us single people, we know what we're getting into before we get into it. We know we single and mingling. We know we single and looking, and that's what comes about when we're single. But when you're in a relationship, a marriage, a covenant, there should be no HIV coming out of that. None at all whatsoever. And there's so many Houston men that I have seen, that I have met, that I have encountered, that are married men. Some of them will come out and say, I'm married, I'm looking for this and I'm looking for that. But a lot of these men, they are married and they don't even tell you they are married. And it just saddens me, because you think you had a covenant, you had a sacred, relationship, and it's not that at all. And I blame the men first and foremost, because you know what you're doing. You know you out here sleeping in group, and you don't even strap up. You don't even have the decency to protect your woman, your wife. And that's why I love social media. Social media, it can be devil's advocate. It can be a good thing and a bad thing, and two things can be true at once. It depends on how you use social media. But social media, they're going to get us together. They're going to expose who need to be exposed, and I love that for us. Because at the end of the day, these men, they got too many options. They're too cocky. They are the nastiest of the nastiest. They don't strap up. They don't like to strap up. Well, as women, we don't like to do it either. But we are more careful. We are more prone to go to the doctor to get tested. These men, no. They want to hide everything and think everything's, everything is everything. And it's really not. We got to trust who we sleeping with. And if these women that are married can't trust their own partner, what makes you think we could? As single people out here, we cannot trust these men. And sad to say, a lot of us can't even trust our own judgment, because we choose the damn men. We choose the men. We are to blame. But HIV is a whole different thing that I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of. Social media have taught me and exposed these men, these married men that I thought I was about to be cool with, like have something with. Girl, no. I went on social media and I found out these men is married. Happily married. Maybe not happily, but they married. And I had to find out through social media. That's why I love social media, because at the end of the day, they want to expose who needs to be exposed. And it's just so sad that we can't even trust nobody no more. We can't even go into a dating world and say, oh, I want love anymore. Nobody is out for love. Nobody's out for genuine commitment. No. If you're single, stay single. If you're single and mingle, strap up. Take these men to go get tested before you give them anything. Because at the end of the day, if they don't want to get tested, that means they hiding something, or they don't care about themselves. And if they don't want to get tested, that means they don't care about you. So you need to be staying single, abstinence, celibate, or take these men to the health department, to these doctor's appointments, and you go with them and you get tested. Even in relationships, these wives, take your husband to get tested, because they out here just like the single people. So strap up, hold these people accountable, tell them to get strapped up too, and at the end of the day, it'll be less exposing. I love the T app. The T app is a whole thing in itself, but we need things like that to keep us women safe from these men.